in the same comment section of my NBA Youngboy, his latest single, I forgot what it was called. He what was I thinking? I reacted to his latest single, and in the comment section, somebody asked me to react to this as well. So here I am. I'm a man of the people. Let us begin. So I see the boy in the thumbnail. It's called Lonely Child. So I'm assuming it's something personal. I enjoy when he gets real personal because he has a very emotional, energetic aura to him. And just his presence on a track is very powerful. And I want him to use that skill for introspection opposed to just outward aggression all the time, which outward aggression can be introspection if it's real.
The image that I had put out, they wouldn't expect me to have feelings.
So this is what I was talking about actually with the 86 prayers. Is that what it was called? Am I butchering it? I was talking about that in the 86 prayers reaction, where he had mentioned something about thinking about hurting himself, and that was just an aspect of the street life with that. A lot of people expect people from the streets, people in the hood, etc., to not have inward thoughts, inward emotions, not to have any thoughts outside of outward aggression. And it comes from ignorance. But a lot of times, like, you see like that passion, that hyper aggression, everything has an equal and opposite reaction, right? And I believe that yin and yang, I think it's not pronounced yang technically, but yin and yang type of thing, right? There's an equal side to everything. So those people you see that are super hyper aggressive, typically, and I'm telling you this like out of personal experience, typically like the most loving people in the world, the most protective people in the world. They just have a different side of them, you know? But then also on the flip side of that, when you see these people who are super hyper aggressive, super kind of violent, have these thoughts that aren't fun, they aren't nice thoughts, people think they're not thinking about those. They're not reflecting on those thoughts. They're like, no, they are. They don't like being this negative all the time. They don't like being, you know, and he comes across as somebody who is real. He comes across as authentic. And if he's not authentic, he's so good of a performer, he makes it sound real. So, if he is as authentic as he sounds, and he is as passionate about a lot of the violence that he speaks about sometimes, coupled with that is a lot of inward aggression too, being angry at yourself, being sad internally. It's not just like people think these people are just hyper aggressive all the time and then go home and are just living life, enjoying life. Like, no, it's let's get to the music.
So them niggas put me on. Yeah.
What is that book?
That's how we living.
No, it's his own book, I guess.
I ain't know how to fade, but I dove in cause I'm a man. I love that girl to death. As we get old, our feelings change. I pay for therapy.
And he writes very sporadically, very scatterbrained. Just like the way he's writing, the way he raps is very, like, it feels like he has a lot on his chest. And it's like imagine like a web, you know, you do in school, where it's like, all right, this is the song, I want to talk about this, and it's just a whole bunch of branches that he kind of just goes back and forth between. And it's interesting. It makes him more unorthodox. And it's just interesting to listen to.
Because my thoughts ahead of me, they keep.
He seems like he has a complex brain. There's a lot going on in there, in the noggin.
I wanna see Casey bad, but I can't seem to call Nene. Go in with no pen and pad. I got this shit right on my sleeve. Right now my candle burning wax. I'm feeling like it's burning me. I'm just a lonely child who wants someone to help him out.
His singing.
Take this pain away because my head burning.
Interesting. I talked about it in the 86 prayers. Again, a lot of this I talked about already. But he kind of has that natural singing where it's not good. He's not like he's not a trained singer, but because he just sounds like a dude singing, you know, like shower singing, with that personalized personalizes the music more. It makes you connect with it more. It makes me connect with it more. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not good. I've heard him singing and it sounded terrible. And I was like, okay, this needs to be off the song. But then I've also heard the singing and I'm like, okay, I like this. You know, so it's a mixed bag. It's like Drake. Drake is the exact same thing. I feel like Drake is as famous as he is, or as big as he is with his pop records, because he's like a shower singer and people resonate with that.
Fell in love with Kaylin without even knowing this bitch the snake. I'm missing Yaya daily. The one who don't make me feel base.
Running back.
Daily. The one who knowing this.
That's another thing, bro. They love too. They love to, like, he's not an alien. He's not a monster just because he's from a certain environment. Just because he's, you know, like people think they're just creatures, you know, animals, you know, in a cage essentially. Like, no, they love too. They feel too. They have emotions, and they're human. And like he said in the intro,
bitch the snake. I'm missing Yaya daily. The one I fell in love with Kaylin without even knowing this bitch the snake. I'm missing Yaya daily. The one who don't make me feel base. Happiness I'm chasing. I don't need no commas. I'm feeling like I'm going on. My papa getting old, and once he gone, I'm on my own. Right now I'm all alone. I pray that grandma keep me strong.
That's a sad thought. And it's relatable. It connects because it's relatable. It doesn't matter if you're from the environments he's from, or you're just from wherever you're from. If you're from the suburbs, the rural areas, farm or whatever, you grew up like Clark Kent, you're an alien, doesn't matter. That's going to connect with anybody. You know, kind of having that realization that the people I grew up with are going to pass away. The people that raised me are going to pass away, and I'm just going to be alone. It's sad.
Wish that I could hear them say what up, little brother, one more time. We killing shit and plus we dying. I'm gonna go out behind my brother, fuck this charge, I slain that iron. Before he go and I don't ride.
I said this 450,000 times already, but I did mention this in the 86 prayers reaction. That may or may not even be up anymore, or they may or may not go up. But I feel like people hear lines like that, or a group of lines like that, and they resonate with the feeling, and that's when they get behind an artist like that. They're like, oh yeah, I feel the same way you feel, and they think they can relate to that, but they don't relate to the other side of that, because where you may internalize that from a figurative perspective, he's probably literal. If I'm gathering him correctly and everything he's said so far, it seems like he means that literally. And most people who hear that are not going to understand the other aspect of that, the ramifications of always being ready to go for your friends, fam, whatever. It's not just the, you know, it's like your strong friend, checking up on your strong friend type of thing. Royce da 5'9" has a song called Strong Friend. Listen to that. It's pretty much what I'm getting at. Like, everybody has a strong friend. It's always there for him, always ready, always that type of person. But he's going through a lot too, because of that, you know. But then also, like, a lot of that street life, it's death. It's a lot of crazy stuff that comes from that. And most fans are not going to be able to understand that. They just connect with the basic idea of just being there for your friends, and that's how they connect with the music, which is fine. But just know you don't know the full picture unless you've been in those situations, or know people in those situations, or have been in those situations, etc., etc.
I'm just a lonely child who wants someone to help him out. I take this pain away because my head been running wild.
Man.
I'm just a lonely child who needs someone to help him out. I take this pain away, my pain away, because my thoughts been running wild.
Yeah, that was a dope video too. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, that hurt. No, that was a lot of pain in there. I love that chorus, or I'm assuming that was, yeah, I love that chorus too. Man, I pretty much said everything I need to say. I don't think I need to elaborate more. Comments are turned off. Interesting. That's real. I like that. I like that when turn the comments off. For what, you know? Oh, I don't. This might not be his actual profile. Is it? Does not. No, I know he has a million. Yeah, this is somebody else, bro. What y'all? Who are these people though? Okay, so this was off of that mixtape. That was old though, ain't it? 4 years ago. Yeah, no, that was dope. I like that a lot. Like I said, not much else to say about it. I think that's it for me. Yeah.